Meanwhile, the monsoon session of Parliament is heading for its own kind of washout. Not waterlogging, but political waterlogging. As expected, the day one of the session got off to an extremely stormy start. The Rajya Sabha repeatedly adjourned after the opposition insisted that the government force the resignations of Sushma Swaraj, Vasundhara Raje and Shivraj Singh Chauhan in the Lalit Modi and Veerappa cases. An offer by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley and External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj to have a dialogue and a debate on the issue was rejected by the opposition. The Congress in particular adamant over the resignations. Congress in fact is planning to continue with the protest. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister was keen that the opposition allow the House to run, but was silent when we put some very pointed queries to Mr. Narendra Modi. Listen in.
सर आपको सेशन के चलने की उम्मीद है क्या?
सर कांग्रेस ने आज एडजर्नमेंट मोशन के लिए नोटिस दिया है, तो कुछ मुद्दा उठाना चाहते हैं हाउस में। सरकार तैयार है बहस के लिए।
पक्ष लगातार ये भी कह रहे हैं कि आप अपनी
So the Prime Minister avoiding taking any questions from journalists. Joining me now, Nalin Kohli of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Veerappa Moily of the Congress and Jai Panda of the BJD. Is this session heading for a washout? Is the big question. Mr. Veerappa Moily, the government says it's ready for a debate on the Lalit Modi controversy. Sushma Swaraj says she's ready to make a statement, but your party is insisting that she resign first. Why not have a debate in Parliament rather than insist on the resignation of the minister before a debate?
Do you think that this is an academic discussion, academic exercise? And we have been waiting, waiting for the government to act, Prime Minister to speak out. But he said, he will not allow any corruption to take place or allow the people to argue.
Are you saying that Parliament? Are you saying that discussions in Parliament, sir? Sorry to interrupt. Are you saying discussions in Parliament are only academic discussions? That you cannot debate? Shouldn't the Lalit Modi issue, the Veerappa issue, be debated in Parliament? Why do you want resignation first? Debate the issue, protest outside Parliament.
I did not connect my statement to the Parliament debate. Of course, the Lok Sabha matter will come. Rajya Sabha, they have their own strategy. And, only question is, I am asking you, that even without Parliament, actions could have been taken. It's such a big issue. Veerappa is an organized crime and a total corruption. People are dying. Madhya Pradesh has become a mafia Pradesh. And this is a kind of a scenario. I don't think any country will or any citizen will tolerate this kind of a thing which is happening since a decade.
But why not? Why not, sir? Why not debate it fully? Why not launch an agitation outside Parliament? Have a bandh in Madhya Pradesh as you've done? Why this insistence that unless the ministers resign, we won't let Parliament function? Are you taking a maximalist position?
That is pressurizing the government to take action. I mean, mere words, mere, the debate, outside there have been debates over the media, where the channels, everywhere it has been debated, but no action till today. They don't want to take action. This is the indication. And of course, as far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, we are taking up separately and we have our own strategy. I don't say we are going to disrupt. I don't say that we don't want to debate, but we will have our own approach, how it can be debated and deliberated, reflections. Of course, we want action.
Can I bring in Jai Panda at this moment? Mr. Jai Panda, here is the Congress's approach. The Congress says they will not allow at the moment Parliament to function unless the ministers resign. Is that a view that the Biju Janata Dal agrees with, or does the Biju Janata Dal believe that there should be a discussion and debate on Lalit Modi controversy, on the Veerappa controversy, and then any decision can be taken on resignations?
The short answer is the latter. We want discussion, but let me give you a more detailed answer. It's sad to see that even before the monsoon session really gets going, it's already underwater. What's really sad is if you close your eyes and listen to the logic being given by the government spokespeople and the Congress spokespeople, you could just roll the clock back 2 or 3 years and they would be exactly the opposite. And that's really sad. And I think the really worrisome thing is that these allegations, against senior ministers, against chief ministers. These are serious allegations and you can't treat them lightly. But the way to treat them is not to ask for a hanging first and then the trial, to use a court analogy. You must actually have debate, and our job as an opposition is to confront the government with these very, very worrisome allegations and put them on the mat and have them answer. And since Sushma ji and others want to actually give a statement, we think they should be heard, and then we should forcefully take it up in Parliament. Not wanting Parliament to function, I think, defeats the purpose.
You know, Mr. Veerappa Moily, the point is, and for some strange reason, Mr. Nalin Kohli has chosen not to appear now suddenly on the OB on our OB line, and that's for him to decide why he chooses not to appear on the OB line. But to you, Mr. Veerappa Moily, why not allow Sushma Swaraj to make the statement? Let's find out where she stands on the Lalit Modi issue, and then if you disagree with her, expose her on the floor of the House. What is this insistence? Is it because when you were in government, the NDA would insist on your resignations, therefore this is tit for tat? Is that what we are seeing in Parliament, tit for tat politics? It's not about national interest, it's about party interest.
No. We are interested in the nation, not on the party interest. Party is next, but the nation is first. You know, what happened in Rajya Sabha today is the same thing what Mr. Arun Jaitley had done it when he was in the opposition leader. Did he not say that he has to resign? Even for a very silly reason, just because he has gone through the draft which was to be given by the CBI, you know, the law minister at that time, Ashwini Kumar, he had to tender resignation. They were not prepared for any debate, you know, unless he tenders his resignation.
No, but that's precisely
you know what
it.
has happened.
Sir, you are a senior minister. Are we saying tit for tat? Are we saying that this is that me as a taxpayer? Sir, just a minute. Am I as a taxpayer? I am electing you to legislate. I am electing you to debate. I am not electing you to stage walkouts at every possible juncture. I didn't elect the NDA. I didn't elect the UPA for that. Just because the NDA behaved badly towards you, do you want to behave in the same manner as them?
No, we don't want to behave like them. We want to work as a constructive opposition. You will see tomorrow what we will do it.
I am told that tomorrow you are not allowing Parliament to function.
We are interested.
I am told you are not allowing Parliament to function tomorrow as well. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are going to join the protest, I am told.
Please hear me.
Yes.
You know, we are interested in the debate. We are also interested in action. Both should go together. And, you know, tomorrow we will have our own strategy. There, you know, because the Arun Jaitley has set a precedent earlier, maybe that our members in or the party must have adopted the same tactics as Arun Jaitley was to. I don't say the debate should not be there. Debate should be there. We are meant for that. And we will do that. In Lok Sabha is concerned, we are interested in that. But at the same time, you know, the manner in which the NDA is managing the floor is absolutely bizarre. You know, they don't allow. They want to impose. They want to they want to put the road roller.
Can I just a minute, sir? Just a minute.
Last year.
Just a minute. You're saying
last session. I'm telling you, but for our cooperation, so many bills would not have been passed. That has not happened in the NDA regime. When we are in power.
It's almost becoming a scorecard. It's almost becoming, as I said, tit for tat. Just a minute, sir.
No, that is not a good reflection. No, that is not a sincere reflection of the situation.
Okay.
You know, last session we won. You know, majority, unprecedented number of bills have been passed. We participated in the debate.
Can I bring in Jai Panda?
Maybe 2 or 3 occasions we must have walked out.
Yes, sir, just a minute. I take your point. I've taken your point. Jai Panda, you know, there is a sense in the country increasingly that Parliament is now being used simply as is being used for disruptionary tactics to score political points, not to legislate. Yes, bills were passed, I know, in the previous session, but we have important bills like the goods and services tax that many were hoping will at least be debated and passed in this session. Are you getting a sense that Parliament needs to find some new imaginative way by which these repeated disruptions can be avoided?
Well, I have high regard for Mr. Moily, and I wish that he were not put in the position of having to defend something which I find indefensible. But like I said, you can just close your eyes and imagine it would be somebody from BJP saying this when they were in opposition and vice versa. The reality is, Mr. Moily may not admit it, but many of his colleagues openly say so in Central Hall, that they did this to us, so now we must give them a taste of their own medicine. And that is accurate. It is true that they face the same kind of difficulties from the BJP, but the reality is that the country's interest, the national interest that Mr. Moily was talking about, is in fact getting affected. Yes, the last 2 sessions may have been very productive, but the reality is many of these bills, such as the GST bill, has been hanging fire from when they were in government and they were championing it, and it is desperately needed. There is still some gap in achieving the consensus, but it is almost there. With just a little bit of willingness to sit and discuss, that could be resolved. The land bill, there is no consensus on that, but also there can be other ways out, maybe to leave it to the states. That needs to be discussed. So clearly the national interest is not getting served by this disruption of parliament. And I think what is required today is, I would say the onus is on some of the opposition parties to recognize that yes, the party in government today may have done the very same thing earlier, but the country is changing.
Right.
Many more people today, Indians, are watching this on television and other means and are disgusted by what's happening. And somebody has to put a stop and say that enough is enough. Let's turn a corner and have Parliament function the way it is intended to.
Right.
And without that happening, you are right, Parliament is losing its relevance.
I'm going to ask you in 30 seconds, Mr. Veerappa Moily, you're hearing the Biju Janata Dal, they're giving a very different view. Even the opposition now is divided. We are told that parties like the Trinamool Congress are ready for a debate. We are told the Samajwadi Party is ready for a debate. It is only the Congress Party at the moment which is insistent on resignation before debate. Very quickly, are you isolating yourself with this maximalist position?
No. I am sorry, on many issues, many political parties, including TMC, is with us. We go together, but certain issues, they have their own interest. I can appreciate that. But as far as the BJP is concerned, they do argue, but ultimately they support the NDA. This is what I have observed in the last 2 sessions.
Okay,
No
I'm going to
doubt
leave it
about
there. I'm going to leave it
I
there about your belief about the BJP. Jai Panda has a different view of it, but I'm going to leave it there.
Congress will never follow NDA.
I am going to leave it there, sir.
Congress will never follow NDA example.
I look
we
forward.
set our own example, we set our own pattern.
Let me leave it there.
We want the debate, things will have to be debated, no doubt, but at the same time,
Sir,
debate should be followed with action.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I will see what Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi do tomorrow when the Lok Sabha convenes in Parliament. Appreciate your joining us, Veerappa Moily and Jai Panda, and a pity that Nalin Kohli chose to back out at the last moment.